All right. You know what? You might have a Rhode Island cousin because you're from New York. I want to introduce you now to Ken Horrell. He's the executive chef from Benzi Ristorante Italiano at Town Center in Hampton. You actually just came to the area to do the Hampton Road Show, and people may not know there are Benzi restaurants all over the East Coast.
Yes, we have 20 restaurants, one in Virginia, two in PA, and all the rest in New Jersey.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that New Jersey and New York coming out. And we've already covered it. He's a Yankee fan. I'm a Red Sox fan. We've covered it. We're okay. Because, you know, you were born in New York and I was born in Massachusetts, so it's not like we had a choice.
Are we allowed to stand next to each other?
We are. We're allowed to stand next together. We're allowed to cook together. What are we going to make today?
Sounds great. Well, today we're going to prepare a dish called Linguine Vongole. Simpler terms, Linguine white clam sauce. It's one of our specialties at Benzi. And it's all about fresh cooking, fresh ingredients, and cooking to order.
Well, I mean, I would bet that's pretty easy to achieve with all the restaurants being in coastal states, you know, to get the fresh seafood.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to get it started in just a little bit. All right, be nice. He's from out of town, even though he's a Yankee fan.
And he's...
All right, we're back in the Hampton Roadshow kitchen with Ken Hurley. He's the executive chef from Benzi Ristorante Italiano. There's a location in Peninsula Town Center, but you actually came from up north to cook today.
Yeah, drove down last night.
All right, well, thank you very much for being here today. You're going to make, what, linguine?
Vongole.
Vongole.
Linguine white clam.
Okay, so what's the first thing that we need to do? I know.
First thing to do, have some hot water going, bringing it up to a boil. I like to season it with a little bit of salt.
Okay.
The one thing at Benzi is that we cook all our pasta to order. Nothing is pre-cooked. We drop it from the dry state or the fresh pasta.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be using some dry pasta. So.
Okay, that makes a big difference. I mean, I used to work in an Italian restaurant as a kid, and they would say, "Give me a spaghetti ball," and it was just this already.
Well, it gives us the opportunity to cook it al dente at the customer's request, or even well done, and some people want it mushy.
Okay.
All right. So a couple of things we have going here. I dropped the pasta in the hot water. The clams we're going to be using today is little neck clams, and also I use some chopped clams and with fresh clam juice. So we take the chopped clams and we use the juice from the fresh clams.
From the fresh ones, okay.
All right, so I have my pan. I always use pure olive oil.
Okay. And the pan's hot already.
I already heated up that pan right there. You got a little, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And the thing we like to start off with is a little fresh garlic.
Of course.
All right, we have to wake everybody up.
Yep.
So a little fresh garlic. You smell that going?
I do.
And
give me some tips if somebody's going to the seafood market and they're looking for some clams to make this dish. What are you looking for? Because it can be a disaster.
You know what? It can be, and sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
You got to trust the market that you're going to.
Okay.
But, you know, if any clams are open, broken, stay away from the clams.
Okay.
Okay. So I sweat out the garlic a little bit. I want to add a little white wine. You know, whatever you want to use at home. We're using Chablis.
Okay.
Going to hit the red wine. I'm going to reduce it down. I'm going to add a little seasoning, a little black pepper, a little salt. I'm going to just adjust the salt later on because you have a lot of salt in the clams itself.
Yeah, all right, so not too much up front.
And then the clams, I'm just going to put the clams in.
Okay. So you scrub them up, right?
Scrub them up. They're all washed,
okay,
cleaned. And right now, I need to always have it covered.
Okay.
And the reason why you have it covered is because you want to create steam within the pot, and it'll steam the clams open.
All right.
And it keeps all the juices in. So now as the clams are steaming, all the natural clam juice is going to release into the sauce, and that's where you get a lot of the fresh flavor.
Okay.
So right now, you know, the pasta is cooking.
So that fresh clam juice that you have over there, where did that come from?
That came from when we shucked the original clams and we chopped them.
To chop them. Okay.
So I have the chopped clams here, and that's where I'm going to finish the sauce at the end. Once the clams are open, I'm going to put the clams in, the chopped clams, cook that out a little bit for a couple minutes, and then we'll finish the sauce.
Okay. All right. I ask a lot of questions.
Oh, that's all right. That's what it's all about.
I'm sure, well, I don't know. I'm sure a lot of folks would prefer to just plan their next date night at Benzi, let you do this, but there's always that adventurous person who really wants to try it at home.
Well, also since it's wedding week, too, that's one of our things. We do have a private dining room at Benzi at this location for 50 seats. We have done some smaller weddings at the location, and we do tons of bridal showers.
Well, I mean, that's nice because weddings sometimes, they're getting smaller as things get more expensive, or people are, you know, just kind of paring it down, wanting to save their money for their house or something like that. They're looking for, you know, a smaller venue, but that will also, you know, make them feel like it's a special
we
day.
took one last week, and didn't want to save money for the house, but they needed to save money for the honeymoon.
Okay.
Because they were going to Hawaii, so.
Right.
That was
Oh,
their
good.
big thing, so they're kind of penny pinching the.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Is this dish on the menu at Benzie all
This-
the time, or is it special?
On the menu all the time.
Okay, popular?
It's fairly popular.
All right,
down
cool.
here.
All right, well, there's no sense in us standing around watching the spaghetti
Okay.
boil, waiting for the clams to steam, so we're going to do a couple of other things. We're going to talk to our coupon consultant, and then we come back. We're going to keep going on our recipe.
Sounds great.
All right, Ken, thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you very much. Back in the kitchen with Ken Hurley, another cool name.
Okay.
Hurley, you're single, married?
I'm married.
None of my business.
That's
You're married. Did she take your name? Is there a
She did
Mrs.
take
Hurley?
she took my name.
How'd you feel about that?
Well, you know what? She had no choice. No,
Really?
I'm joking.
Wow.
You know
Chris
what?
Reckling, you were right.
I'm always
Sometimes
say-
they're not just thinking it.
I'm only saying that because my wife lives in Jersey and she's not going to be watching this. So.
Oh, well, you know we
that's-
put the Hampton Road Show online.
Oh.
She could watch it online, Ken.
All right. Well.
All right, let's get back to the food.
All right, let's
Keep
see.
you out of trouble.
Let's see. We're looking. Let's see how this. Ah, this looks
Oh, look at
beautiful.
that.
Look at that. Clam steamed open, and that's one thing else you have to look for. If the clams do not open, that normally means that it's not a good clam. So and don't even take a knife and try to force it to open. Throw the thing right in the garbage.
Ditch it.
Yep.
Okay.
Mussels, any shellfish.
Okay.
When it
Good
comes to,
question.
excellent. So,
But you don't have to get rid of the whole batch.
no, you don't have to get rid of the whole batch. Just
Okay.
pick out the one or two clams, if any. Here, I'm looking around, scoping the area. I don't see any that haven't
Everything's
opened.
good. So a lot of juices in the pan now with
A
the
lot
wine
of
and
juices, the
barbecue.
white wine,
Keep it.
garlic. I put a little bit of oregano in there. And now I'm going to put the fresh chopped clams. Let me put a little bit in there. You know what?
What?
Let's go. Let's do it all. Oh, no. All right.
Do it all.
Turn up the heat on
Everybody
this.
will come. Everybody will come into
Oh,
the kitchen
yeah.
after the show, so
Okay,
you don't
sounds
have to
good.
worry about making too much.
All right, the pasta looks about done.
Okay.
Just,
You're going to throw a piece against the wall,
you know what? I don't think it would be a good idea.
baby. I'm just kidding. We should
Well,
remember folks that Ken Hurley came
Remember,
down.
I'm from New York, so I have some manners, but if I was up in Boston, I would probably throw that over there. So you had to set that up. All right, so we have to have some fun.
April's
All right.
coming. April's coming.
All in fun.
Yes. So are you on the road a lot with your job?
You know what? I do travel quite a bit. I
Okay.
come down here not that often, a few times a year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
lot with all the restaurants.
quite a few.
If you missed the first segment, Ken is here for Benzie. We have one location here in Virginia, but there are many in Pennsylvania. You said New York, New Jersey.
One in Pennsylvania, two in Pennsylvania, one down here, 17 in Jersey,
Holy moly.
and mostly northern Jersey up in Bergen County. We have quite a few, but it's spread out throughout the state.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay. And it is wedding week, and you said you do get the small wedding receptions sometimes, or rehearsal dinners.
Small parties, rehearsal dinners. We have set menus, but we customize menus. We working within people's budgets.
Perfect.
And high end, lower end, we do it all. And the place is beautiful. A beautiful fountain in front, outdoor seating that seats 100. Beautiful to have a reception on a nice day in the summertime.
Yeah.
We have awnings, the whole thing. So it's a beautiful setting.
Perfect. Okay.
Okay, so here I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to take now the pasta. I'm going to add it to the sauce.
Oh. Now, what's better about that? Because some people would just throw it in the bowl and then pour the sauce over it.
You know what? I actually like to coat the pasta. I want all the sauce to be on it, and then I could add more sauce to the bowl.
Okay.
All right, so I got that. I'm going to turn that off. And here I'm just going to cut up a little fresh parsley, flat leaf parsley.
Can I keep
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I feel like I want to do something. This would be good with some nice bread or something, huh?
Nice crusty bread, toasted. Nice glass of white wine.
What kind of wine
And-
would you recommend? Does it matter?
You know what? If we're going to say, maybe a Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
Stay with that.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're looking good. And now I'm going to bowl it up.
Okay. All right, when we come back, we're going to give it a try. I'm going to bring Chris and Ariane over here so they can try it too. And we will put all of the ingredients in the how-to at thehamptonroadshow.com. Or if you would like to just go to Benzie, it's at Peninsula Town Center in Hampton, 5101 Kilgore Avenue. Or you could go to benzierestaurants.com. Call 825-0180 if you want to talk to them more about your event coming up or if you just want to make a reservation.